Yeah.
You get 7 minutes, you're going to fix the issue. You have a myriad of social, societal, economic issues, and in 7 minutes, it's going to fix the issue, right? You can do that in 7 minutes. Oh, wait, no, you can't.
Hey, welcome to the Diabetes Remission Roadmap podcast with the two renegade pharmacists, Brian Bisher and Cory Jenks. You are listening to this because you are a person with type 2 diabetes who is committed and driven to breaking free from this diagnosis and creating a real, meaningful change in your health and life. In these episodes, we're here to help you ditch the scripts with doses of unconventional wisdom on topics such as fitness, nutrition, medication, mindset, and more. So without any further delay, let's dive right in. Hey, this is Brian Bisher, and welcome to the Diabetes Remission Roadmap podcast. This is the first episode, so if you are joining us, glad to have you here. And I'm here with my best friend and co-host,
Cory Jenks, who likes to say my own name and doesn't like Brian to intro me. And we are excited to help some people. We are two pharmacists on a mission to help reverse diabetes, not just manage it. And we are thrilled that you're here. And yes, it is the first episode. So if you're worried that you missed something, you have not missed anything. You are here getting the juicy details from the top, the beginning, early in the morning, late at night, whenever you are listening to this. Brian, it's good to see
yeah,
you.
it is good to see you too, Cory. So yeah, a little bit about why we are starting this podcast, right? Like both of us, Cory said, we were just pharmacists and we're really just tired of seeing people so sick from taking medication. So that I think this has kind of led to this. I've known I wanted to help people get off medication for a long time. And that's what remission is all about. So we're going to take you down a path, a little roadmap, so to speak, and just give you the ins and outs of what's going on in the world of pharmacy, the world of healthcare, how diabetes is being managed, why we think it is just not the right way to really go about it. And Cory, as Cory likes to say, it's kind of a joke the way we manage diabetes. And I think our healthcare really backs it up because we are one of the highest spending nations in the world, and yet we have some of the sickest people in the world. So not really working out too great. So that's why we're here. We're on a mission to honestly put ourselves and our colleagues out of business. So we'd love to see a lot of pharmacies close because people just don't need that expensive medication anymore.
Yeah.
What do you think,
And
Cory?
let's back it up here, Brian. Why should
Okay.
you even listen to us? Because you said we're just pharmacists. We're not doctors. We're PharmDs. We're just doctors of pharmacy. But between the two of us, we have almost 30 years of pharmacy experience because we are getting older. And so let me tell you a little bit about myself. Then Brian will tell you a little bit about himself. Because if you want to listen to us for information on this roadmap to remission, you got to trust us. We're just two yahoos counting by fives in some corner drugstore. Okay. So a little bit about myself. I am originally from Tucson, Arizona. And if you're wondering if you should listen to me, listen to this logical choice I made. I went across the country to South Carolina for college because I wanted to pay out-of-state tuition. But since I graduated in 2011, I've done a pharmacy practice residency, so I have advanced training. Unlike Brian, who I like to make fun of for this, I have two board certifications. And you might not know this about pharmacists, but we can be embedded in doctors' offices. And with a little bit of finagling legally with something called a collaborative practice agreement, we can adjust medicines. We function kind of like physician's assistants. And I've been doing this for almost a decade in my day job. And the sales pitch for pharmacists is that we are diabetes and chronic disease, and I'm going to use air quotes if you're listening, managers. And so the goal is to manage these conditions so that you're not sick, your numbers are good, utilizing as many medications as possible. And since about 2016, I have seen the light, found the ways to help patients get off medicines. And my approach to practice has been to give patients as many tools with lifestyle, diet, exercise, stress management, anything you name it, to get them off medicines. And so if you are wondering why this pharmacist, and Brian will give you his reasons, but why this pharmacist is here talking about remission, it's because I've seen it happen many times in clinic with my patients. I've seen patients get their lives back, and seeing 12 to 16 patients a day is not the impact that I want. And with the beauty of the internet, I can impact literally dozens at a time now, maybe thousands, hopefully, in millions. But and there's nothing that gets me more energized than getting people off medicines and giving them their lives back. And that's why I'm up at 5 in the morning. And Brian's, it's to be fair, it's 8 in the morning where Brian is. I'm in Tucson, Arizona. I moved back and he'll tell you where he is. So I am here to help. And Brian, I assume you're here to help too, but I don't want to assume. Let the people know why you're here.
Corey, thank you. That's such a great background. Yes, I am in Cincinnati, so I'm a little bit earlier in the morning, or yeah, I'm a little bit further into my day than Corey is. He is a go-getter. He wakes up super early, but he is just that on board with helping people that we have to just work with our time zones here. But yeah, unlike Corey, do not have two. Well, I had a one board certification, but I honestly just didn't find it very useful for helping people, because it was all about giving medication, and I'm all about taking it away. So I let that lapse after some hard work and effort to get it. Um, but I did go to pharmacy school. I was not adventurous like Corey, did not go across the country. You might call me actually smart, because I got in-state tuition. Um, so I saved a lot of money there, and that has been very, very, very useful. But all kidding aside, I have been a pharmacist for now over 11 years. And like Corey, I work in a med management place where I've be able to work with doctors in collaboration to manage people's medication, where I feel like I've been a little bit of I feel like I work against the medical system, because my goal is actually to get people off medicine. I really don't want to prescribe. If anything, people are like, you got to push a little. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna push lifestyle, stress management. And this all really came to fruition for me when just back up a little bit. Before I was in the clinic, I worked a lot in the emergency room. And I kid you not, I would always ask whenever I leave someone's room, what else can I get for you today? And aside from food and drink, because as you know, we like to restrict people's food and drink in the emergency room, the second most common answer was a new body. And I'm sitting here thinking, wow, some people really just, they do want a new body. And they weren't kidding. Well, some of them were kind of kidding, but I think they were a lot in deep down inside, they were serious. And so that to me planted that seed of just like, I really got to help these people. I'm not helping these people as much as I possibly could. And so I went back to get a very more useful degree in a health coaching academy. And I learned a lot more about behavioral health, stress management, the holistic approach, so to speak, that doctors unfortunately just do not get a whole lot of training in. So I've seen it ever since I've gone through that training, just how, let's just say, unprepared doctors are to work with their patients, to use it as like I really believe that a relationship between a doctor and a patient should be a collaboration, should be a partnership, a teamwork, to take a holistic approach to your life. Not the system itself is now kind of designed where people just to come in and you get like that problem, you get a pill, right? So we're
Hey,
here
Brian,
to stop that.
7 minutes for a primary care appointment is enough to fix an issue, right?
Yeah.
You get 7 minutes, you're going to fix the issue. You have a myriad of social, societal, economic issues, and in 7 minutes, it's going to fix the issue, right? You can do that in 7 minutes. Oh, wait, no, you can't. So that is why we're here, because honestly, Brian, I love talking to you. We have these conversations every week on the phone. And when he asked me if I wanted to do this podcast, like, I'm actually not excited to do this because there are so many sick people. I'm so angry. I'm so angry that we have to do this. We're the richest country in the world. We have the most resources and we have the sickest population. We shouldn't have to be doing this, but we are, because there's such a need. And for me, as Brian was saying, like there's so much that goes into improving one's health, and our system is designed to medicate and get you hooked up into a system and be a patient for life. And so what are you going to get here on the Diabetes Remission Roadmap podcast? You're going to get Brian and me's fun banter. You're going to get occasionally one of our children wandering into the background. You're going to get tools, most importantly, to improve your health and hopefully get off medicines or be on fewer medicines, because we have to make sure as we go through this, we're going to go through a myriad of topics. We're going to talk about diet, exercise, stress management. We'll talk about medicines. We're pharmacists. Everything that we're doing here is going to be a tool. And we are not here to say that if you have to take a medicine, you're a failure, or that there are not some medicines that might be better than other medicines if you have to take a medicine. All right. We are here to be sort of neutral arbiters of what's going to help you get to your best place of health. And so we hope that you will stick with us. This is just an intro. You've learned nothing about how to reverse your diabetes if you're listening to this, and that's okay. The point is, that you are hearing us and saying, okay, they're a little goofy. It's clearly early in the morning. Brian didn't lock his door and his kid wandered in, and that's okay. We're imperfect, you're imperfect, and we're not looking for perfection. We're going to help you make progress. And we're going to try to have fun doing it because as maybe I should have said this too. I have a background as a comedian. And as Brian said, the way we take care of patients it's a joke. It's designed to kind of make you fail. And then patients feel bad and they feel like they're the problem. And the reality is you're not the problem. You're part of a system that's designed to keep you sick. And we want to get you out of it. And as Brian said, we want to put ourselves out of a job as traditional pharmacists. So nothing would make me happier than if everyone was so healthy that we didn't need to do our jobs and we could go do something else. But we're here. So that's my little mini rant today. Brian, anything else to sort of take this first episode home, to tee this up, to keep people coming back, not to put pressure on you, but you have to hook them for the next episode right now and go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will say this, I did lock my door for the record, but this is our first podcast. And I want to reiterate, as Cory said, this is imperfect. We are learning as we go too, and you're going to learn with us. That's our goal. The whole idea here is that I want to first of all, I just want to acknowledge you for listening and just saying yes to yourself, you being worth it enough to invest this time in yourself, this energy to focus on self-care, because that is something that is so easily put aside. Cory and I both have 3 kids, and you maybe yourself, you had kids and you had a time in your life where you didn't take as good a care of yourself as you would like to. And if that's the case and you're here now with us, that's fantastic. That is amazing, because I believe it's never too late to start taking care of yourself. If you have legs and you can walk, then you can do this. If you have any desire whatsoever, if you are just sick and tired of your situation, you have to be you have to hit a wall. You have to not be complacent. The unfortunate thing is about type 2 diabetes and any illness is people they begin to identify as I'm a diabetic. And I want you to yourself right now, tell yourself, I'm not a diabetic. I'm a person struggling with type 2 diabetes and I am ready to reverse it. So you do that right now. That's the way we're going to just drive home this podcast is you have to unidentify with being a type 2 diabetic and just start to identify differently, because that's where habits start. They start they start from how you see yourself and how you see the world. And so I think is that a good way to drive it home, Cory? Just to get people, I don't like hearing I'm a diabetic at all, because then that reinforces all the habits that really go along with keeping you having type 2 diabetes.
I think that sounds great. And I think that is a great cliffhanger for our next episode. So it was a pleasure meeting you all listening. Brian, this was fun. And we will see you again soon, or listen to you again soon. And we promise that we will actually start giving you some tools other than us telling us about ourselves. But the thing is, there is no change that happens in a relationship in healthcare without trust. And if you're here, you probably have a deep distrust of the healthcare system because they failed you. And we want to build that trust, and we want to help you build a better, healthier life. So with that, until next time, this is the Diabetes Remission Roadmap podcast. This is Cory.
This is Brian.
We'll see you next time.
See ya. Thanks for listening. Now go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode, and you can join us on the journey and roadmap to remission.